what I'm
I
saying?
mean, we had the conversation, but ultimately, I feel like that was something we both wanted. You know, I feel like being a dad is my calling, being a mother is hers.
DDG was all smiles when he talked about starting a family with Halle Bailey. But behind the scenes, a nightmare was quietly unfolding. Now, rumors are running wild after Bailey was reportedly spotted in tears outside a Los Angeles courthouse, following her shocking request for a restraining order against the rapper. So what disturbing claims did she make about DDG in court? And what exactly did Disney's beloved star endure? Let's break it all down. On Tuesday, May 13th, 2025, 25-year-old Halle Bailey, widely known as Disney's real-life princess, showed up to court with receipts, and they weren't light. In her filing, she outlined a troubling pattern of alleged abuse by Daryl Dwayne Granberry Jr., better known as DDG. The accusations spanned physical, verbal, emotional, and even financial abuse. The judge wasted no time. A temporary restraining order was immediately granted, ordering the 27-year-old rapper to stay at least 100 yards away from both Bailey and their 18-month-old son, Halo. The court documents tell a dark story of how things fell apart between the couple, who first got together in early 2022 after being seen vibing at Usher's Vegas residency. Their love story played out publicly, with affectionate social media posts and red carpet appearances that had fans swooning. And in December 2023, the couple welcomed their son, Halo, appearing stronger than ever. But Bailey says the fairy tale ended behind closed doors. According to her, DDG's ongoing anger issues led to their split in October 2024. The most serious incident, however, allegedly occurred in January 2025, months after the breakup. In her court filing, Bailey claims she tried to calmly discuss a visitation schedule for their son, but things escalated quickly. While she was strapping Halo into his car seat inside DDG's vehicle, the rapper allegedly snapped, and that's when things took a terrifying turn.
She said that they were having a conversation about the schedule, and then things kind of went left. She said that as this conversation was happening, she was assisting in buckling Halo into his car seat, and then that's when she claims that DDG grew agitated and repeatedly said, "Get out of my car, B-word." She says that she then, she began to get upset because the baby started to cry, and she got nervous about DDG leaving with him because the baby was in such an aggravated.
The situation allegedly escalated into physical violence when, according to Bailey, DDG pulled her hair and slammed her face into the steering wheel, hard enough to chip her tooth. Court documents reportedly include photos of the chipped tooth, along with images of bruises Bailey says she sustained during the altercation. In her testimony, Bailey said that despite the alleged assault, she remained in the car because their son was crying and she didn't want to leave him alone. She claims she went with DDG to his home, where she immediately informed his family about what had happened. After they promised to look after their son, Halo, she left. But according to Bailey, this wasn't the first time DDG had gotten physical. Her court filing references another incident in March 2025 that was serious enough for her to file a police report. The details of that confrontation haven't been fully disclosed, but it's said to have involved property damage and contributed to her decision to pursue legal protection. Beyond the alleged physical abuse, Bailey also accuses DDG of ongoing emotional and verbal harassment, much of it amplified by his large online presence. As a well-known rapper and content creator with millions of followers on YouTube, Twitch, and other platforms, DDG allegedly used his influence to smear Bailey publicly. She claims this led to waves of online hate and harassment from his followers. One incident detailed in court documents involved a Mother's Day trip Bailey took with their son. According to her, DDG sent her text messages containing links to articles implying she had gone on vacation with R&B singer Brent Faiyaz. He allegedly made threatening remarks about getting revenge during his own time with their child. When Bailey asked him to stop the harassment, she says the situation only escalated further.
I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a conversation around if she was dating Brent Faiyaz or not, because people thought they were alleging that she was away on this trip with Brent Faiyaz with baby Halo.
No, never heard that in my life.
That was a thing. It was a thing online, and she says that because of that, DDG began to text her like articles and she actually has screenshots of text messages allegedly from DDG in this doc.
The restraining order granted to Bailey also permits her to take their son to Italy for 2 months, where she'll be working on a film project alongside family members and a traveling nanny. Additionally, Bailey has requested a cease and desist order to prevent DDG from posting or streaming any content about her or their son on his various platforms. She's concerned about the potential backlash from his fans online. As news of the restraining order spread across blogs and social media, the internet quickly exploded with reactions. On X, formerly Twitter, posts about the allegations garnered millions of views, with fans fiercely choosing sides and debating in the comments. While many expressed support for Bailey, others wondered if there was more to the story. The seriousness of these allegations strikes a different chord, especially given the couple's public image before their split. Throughout 2022 and 2023, they were often seen as relationship goals in the entertainment world. DDG was frequently by Bailey's side at major events like Variety's Power of Young Hollywood celebration and the premiere of The Little Mermaid. Bailey had even spoken fondly of DDG in interviews, telling Essence magazine that she had admired him since his early YouTube days. "I grew up watching YouTube and was always inspired by young black creators," Bailey shared during Happier Times. He was one of them. A hearing is scheduled for June 4, 2025, to determine whether the temporary restraining order will become permanent. Until then, the 100-yard separation rule remains in place, and the entertainment world continues to watch closely as this troubling situation unfolds.
And the judge gave her permission to take nearly the 18-month-old son, Halo, to Italy, where she'll be filming a movie for 2 months coming up.
And Halle got a lot of receipts, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, I told you. She got text messages in this doc that she filed. She has photos. A judge is not going to grant a restraining order just off of like, oh my God, I think this is happening to me. You have to show what you're talking about.
What makes these allegations even more shocking is that, based on extensive research, there's no documented history of DDG ever being physically violent toward anyone. His only known legal issue was a 2022 arrest on a gun charge during a traffic stop, which TMZ reported was unrelated to any violent incident. Likewise, there are no public records or reports suggesting that Halle Bailey had ever been involved in toxic or abusive relationships before dating DDG. This makes the current allegations a complete surprise to fans who have followed their relationship closely. The relationship between Halle Bailey and DDG, once seen as a major couple goal on social media, began with all the hallmarks of a modern celebrity romance. Their love story started in January 2022, when fans spotted them together at Usher's Las Vegas residency, with videos quickly spreading online. By March that year, DDG made it Instagram official, sharing a birthday tribute calling Bailey the beautifulest, the flyest, the sweetest, and pledging love forever. Their first public red carpet appearance was in June 2022 at the BET Awards, where they arrived hand in hand, dressed in matching black outfits, showing the world they were serious about their relationship. Throughout that summer, DDG continued to support Bailey at industry events, including Variety's Power of Young Hollywood celebration, where Bailey was honored. Their relationship appeared to be a perfect blend of old-school romance and new media success. Bailey, a Disney princess and Beyoncé's protege through Chloe Zhali, was building her career alongside DDG, a self-made star who turned YouTube fame into a successful music career with hits like Moonwalking and Calabasas. Bailey even told Essence magazine she had admired DDG's hustle for years, saying, "I grew up watching YouTube and was inspired by young black creators like him." This mutual respect formed the foundation of their connection. By late 2023, rumors about Bailey's pregnancy began circulating as her public appearances became more polished and strategic. In January 2024, she confirmed the news with an Instagram post introducing their son, Halo, calling him the greatest thing that 2023 could have done for me. However, beneath the glossy Instagram posts, cracks were already appearing. According to recent court filings by Bailey, DDG's temper became a serious problem, causing significant tension between them. Then, in October 2024, just 9 months after Halo's birth, DDG announced their breakup via Instagram. "Dear friends and supporters," his statement began, "after much reflection and heartfelt conversations, Ali and I have decided to go our separate ways. This decision was not easy, but we believe it's best for both of us. Despite the changes, our love remains deep and true. We are still best friends and committed to being the best parents to Halo. We kindly ask for understanding and support during this time." A few days later, DDG elaborated during his No Ordinary podcast, emphasizing their ongoing co-parenting bond. "Me and Holly are forever family," he said. acknowledging the difficulties of dating someone with her level of fame. At the time, their split appeared amicable and focused on peaceful co-parenting. But Bailey's court filings paint a very different picture. According to her, the relationship became more toxic after the breakup, especially over visitation schedules. She claims she tried to establish a consistent plan for DDG to see their son, but he preferred to visit whenever convenient, leading to conflicts when plans didn't align. The situation allegedly escalated in January 2025. Bailey says that while buckling Halo into DDG's car, the rapper suddenly became agitated, pulled her hair, and slammed her face into the steering wheel, chipping a tooth. She included photos documenting her injuries in court documents. Bailey's career has also been on the rise. She appeared in the 2023 adaptation of The Color Purple and continued to work with Chloe Zhali, their duo having earned multiple Grammy nominations. Meanwhile, DDG has kept growing his brand as a content creator and musician, with a record deal at Epic Records and hits like Moonwalking. Still, signs of tension showed even during their seemingly successful times. In July 2023, DDG released a track called Famous, which many interpreted as expressing jealousy over Bailey's rising stardom and her on-screen romantic roles. Fans criticized the song as misogynistic and controlling. In her filings, Bailey not only seeks protection from alleged physical abuse, but also permission to take Halo to Italy for 2 months while filming a new project. The judge approved this request, allowing her to travel with family and a nanny. She also asked for a cease and desist order, preventing DDG from discussing her or their son on social media, citing concerns about harassment from fans. This is a sharp contrast to DDG's earlier public statements, emphasizing their continued connection as co-parents. But according to Bailey's allegations, the months following those statements involved serious violence and harassment. The entertainment industry is watching closely, especially given Bailey's rising profile as a Disney star and Beyoncé's protégé. Despite the high-profile nature of the case, as of May 14, 2025, no major celebrities have publicly commented, though advocacy groups are reportedly rallying behind Bailey. When news of Bailey's restraining order against DDG broke on May 13, 2025, the reaction on social media was swift and polarized. On X, formerly Twitter, posts about the allegations went viral, drawing millions of views and thousands of comments. Fans quickly divided into supporters of Bailey and defenders of DDG. One of the first major accounts to report the news was Popbase, whose post about Bailey's restraining order gained over 24 million views and 105,000 likes within hours. Comment sections became battlegrounds, with many users expressing relief and support for Bailey, while others showed loyalty to DDG. However, Bailey has also faced threats and harassment online. According to her court filings, she's been targeted by hateful comments fueled by DDG's claims that she is keeping their son from him or moving on with other men. This situation shows just how messy and public celebrity relationship drama can get, especially when both parties have passionate, loyal fan bases. One of the most notable reactions was from DDG himself, who was live streaming with popular internet personality Aiden Ross when the news broke. Caught on camera, he appeared genuinely shocked and responded with visible disbelief.
Why are they saying GGTMZ?
Alright, looking at her story now.
Don't even.
That can't even be real. But that can't even be real. That's the thing.
But don't even. You know what we talked about last night? All that. Let me say something.
Adam Ross quickly jumped to DDG's defense during the live stream, calling the allegations false and praising DDG's character.
Yo, stop these fake allegations. This is a father. This is a real person. It's a good human being.
But I don't.
But hey, bro, we on stream, bro.
Come on, like I gotta be.
Just don't do it, bro. Come here. Come. That. That's my real friend. We're not gonna do no false in the street.
The live stream clip quickly went viral, adding another twist to the unfolding public drama. While some saw DDG's reaction as genuine shock from an innocent man facing false accusations, others viewed it as damage control played out in a public. Forum.media personality DJ Academics weighed in during his own live stream, questioning the timing and motives behind Bailey's allegations. He suggested, if they can't win the public narrative, they make the accusations, implying the restraining order might be a calculated move in an ongoing custody or PR battle, rather than a response to actual abuse. Support for DDG also came from his close friend Fiami Okunaga, known online as FHM, who passionately defended the rapper during a live stream the day after the news broke.
Listen, bro, on some real I didn't come on here like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm finna get off in a little bit, anything. But listen, though, I don't care what people say, whatever. My brother, DD, has always stuck up for me in all the that I've been through, knowing how to be and how to be and what I've been through, knowing it's like be lies and like that.
Phantom also questioned the timing of Bailey's allegations, asking why she hadn't come forward back in January when the alleged incident took place.
If that shit in January, why she ain't do all that shit in January? Why you gotta wait 6 months? 6 months and all this other like, why are you taking that route? You can't prove that this bad father. You can't prove this bad father. You can't do.
He also hinted that the allegations could be linked to DDG's recent shout-out from Drake, suggesting the timing seemed suspiciously timed with a peak in DDG's career. The controversy quickly reached mainstream media. During a segment on the Breakfast Club radio show, the hosts talked about Bailey's restraining order and the accusations of abuse. Co-host Charlemagne Thagard stressed the importance of handling abuse claims through the proper legal process.
See what you should do in that situation, right? She went to the police.
Yeah.
Like, she went to the courts. She was granted a restraining order. And I'm sure there's more to come in regards to the law. And that's what I'm saying. You can play on the internet in the court of public opinion, but in the real world, the court of law is what matters.
Co-host DJ Envy also highlighted the evidence Bailey presented to obtain the restraining order.
Yeah, oh yeah, I told you. She got text messages in this doc that she filed. She has photos. A judge is not going to grant a restraining order just off of like oh my God, I think this is happening to me. You have to show what you're talking about, at least enough for a judge to say, okay, I want to keep you safe until we figure out, you know what I mean? Like, or I don't want anything to happen. So let's separate y'all two, keep y'all away from each other, and let's look more into this. Let's investigate, figure out what's going on.
The controversy has ignited wider discussions about intimate partner violence in high-profile relationships, where public attention often complicates already challenging situations. This case underscores the difficulties survivors of abuse face in the digital era, where social media can be used both as a tool for harassment and as a platform for support. For Bailey, coming forward with these allegations carries considerable professional risk. As an actress who gained fame as Disney's first black Ariel in The Little Mermaid and has built a reputation around positivity and artistic excellence, becoming involved in a public dispute over domestic violence could impact future casting opportunities and brand partnerships. Her decision to pursue legal action despite these risks signals that she is serious about addressing the situation. Similarly, the stakes are high for DDG. Having established a career spanning YouTube, streaming platforms, and music, his public image is crucial to his success. Allegations of domestic violence, regardless of the final legal outcome, could harm his relationships with fans, sponsors, and industry partners. The temporary restraining order already limits his contact with his young son Halo, who frequently appears in his content. The situation is further complicated by the presence of Bailey and DDG's 18-month-old son Halo, who is too young to comprehend the public controversy, but will inevitably be impacted by its outcome. A judge's decision allowing Bailey to take Halo to Italy for a 2-month film project suggests some initial support for her position, though full custody and visitation arrangements will likely remain under ongoing legal review.
I'm saying, your baby mama trying to take your son too? I mean, your daughter? That's what I'm saying, bro. Watch who y'all have kids with.
Don't be silly, wrap your wheels.
Watch who you have kids with. You don't really know somebody until you have a kid with them. Then you gonna see the dark side. Real shit.
Crash out the shade. W crash out the shade.
Real shit.
Dark side.
Stop f***ing playing.
W crash out the shade.
5-minute nut can last for 15 years plus 3. Real shit. 8-minute nut lasting for 18 years. Real shit. Stop that shit, bruh. Wrap that shit up, bruh, because you don't really know somebody till you have a kid with them, bruh.
What began as a modern love story between two rising young stars, shared through Instagram posts and red carpet moments, has taken a darker and more complex turn. According to court documents filed by Bailey, the picture-perfect relationship shown to the public concealed troubling private issues that eventually led to their breakup in October 2024, followed by serious allegations of abuse. The next major development will come with the hearing scheduled for June 4th, 2025. Until then, a temporary restraining order remains in place, requiring DDG to stay at least 100 yards away from both Bailey and their son. The entertainment industry is watching closely, understanding that the outcome could have far-reaching effects. not just for those involved, but also for how similar cases might be approached going forward. On The Breakfast Club, Lauren Leva, who has been closely following the court proceedings, offered further insight into the case and how Bailey appeared in court.
Yes, she took 2 breaks. She took 2 breaks. She asked for one of the breaks. While she's on the stand, she's doing a lot of like this, like holding herself, and yeah, she cried a little bit.
Contracting.
That would be
like
crazy.
8 months. Yeah.
She cried a little bit in the beginning, like the opening of her testimony, but she held it together very, very well.
Meanwhile, DDG's friend Phantom continues to strongly defend him online, questioning the legitimacy of the allegations and suggesting they could be driven by jealousy over DDG's success. As this legal battle unfolds both in the courtroom and in the court of public opinion, it serves as a stark reminder that even relationships that seem perfect on the surface can conceal deeper issues. The clash between celebrity, social media, and personal conflict creates a complicated environment for uncovering the truth and holding people accountable in today's digital world.